We are on a mission to try and match Ten Hag's legacy in this Champions League. We've got Bayern Munich home and away, and that's all that's standing between us and the semi-final. Can we do it? Let's find out. Hello everyone, my name is Frank. Welcome back to another episode of AJAX Assembled. Not too much happened since the last one, as you know, only a couple games in between. But we did have something very important, our youth intake, and I love looking through this all the time. Let's try and get the news item as well. Hold on, youth intake. Whoopsie daisy, guess it's been too long, I guess, or whatever. Either way, I can still show you them here because here they are. As usual with AJAX, it's always a good one. It should be. They have really good facilities. We'll go through them. We'll go through the top prospects, and we'll move on to a couple of goals that happened in between the games. Severio Vikes. I don't know what he's going to be good at yet, but I like the determination. I obviously like that he's 192 centimetres. He's massive. He's like 6'3" already at 15. What a monster. I mean, I don't know. Do regens grow? Does anyone know if regens grow? I always assume they did, but I don't know. Ahmet Meric is a Turkish winger that come through our youth academy. I really like the look of him. I think he's mustard. Dichayo Quelling as well, a really good centre attacking mid option. And Zakaria El Idrisi, which is a striker with 16 finishing. Not very good determination, but good off the ball. Yeah, I like him. There's something about him. And we've got some decent prospects here, which have been signed, and a couple down here. But a good intake. There's a couple of players that could make the grade in a couple of years. That's all you ask for, I think, in an intake, honestly. So obviously, where we last left you, we had the final game where we won 5-0. There's only a couple of games in between. Go Ahead Eagles, which we won 2-1. I'll show the goals. Why not, eh? Ibra scored in both again, I believe, actually. And I reward him, which is a bit of good news for this episode. He's got a new 2-year contract now, Ibrahimovic. Could be staying with us until his 43rd birthday at this rate. The goal here, by the way, a little bobbled header, which just rolled past the go-ahead keeper. Probably should have been intercepted and well dealt with, but it wasn't. They did pull one back with a good 1-2 from Alinga and Sal for Go Ahead Eagles, and they did pull and half the deficit. They tied it up. We managed to win though. Sheldorip took the ball, chipped it over the keeper in the 50th minute. There wasn't a further goal since then, so he hung on to the 3 points. Now, there is something special coming up. One of Ibrahimovic's goals in this in this game particularly, is unbelievable. Wait till you see this, guys. Honestly, I went and offered him a contract as soon as it flew in. It was just scary. I think it's this one. We'll find. Yeah, I believe it is. Here we are. So, all right. Look, deserves a second viewing because it just the way it happens is absolute unbelievable, Jeff. Hold on. Here we are. So, I'm just going to point out that watch him slow down and just one touch outside of the boot, flicked it from 35 to 40 yards under the crossbar, just hits it beautifully, and it's 1-0. And then he gets his second there. He runs through the middle of the goal and the middle of the pitch and just pots it away. He's on fire. I mean, if we look at his goals now, Ibra is on 13 goals in 14 games in all competitions, got 2 assists. He's averaging nearly an 8 rating at 7.92, and it's one of his most prolific spells since Man United for us. And he's weighing up the contract offer now, so we'll see. Obviously, it doesn't change too much. He still may wish to retire, but it gives us that breathing room, which we might be able to get another year out of him, which I'd like to, because if he's playing like this, I'm going to keep him for as long as I can. Anyway, there's enough dilly-dallying. It's time to get to the Bayern Munich game. So let me have a little look, and we'll figure out a team, and I'll be back to you in 2 seconds. And here we are, guys. Not too much I could really done there. We've got a few unfit players and a couple of bans. So this is what we've gone. We've got Ibra, Sheldorip, Gonzalez, Kudus, Klaassen, Timber, Bassi, Blind, Bornau, Wrench, and Lunin. Probably our strongest team, actually. There's a couple. I mean, Kudus and Timber, as you saw, they're lacking match fitness. And it's nice to have Timber back after his pretty lengthy injury. I think he had a couple months on the sideline, but he's back now, thankfully. And here we are. Bayern at home, a very important game. I'd like us to ideally go into the second leg, not just winning, but with a 2-goal lead if possible. I'm not asking much, am I? It's against a hard team though. And I'm very well aware this probably could be where our journey ends. I mean, it's the biggest test we've had, I think. And well, we'll see. Eh? I mean, you never know, do you, in football? But I think this is where we will meet our maker in terms of quality. They're just far too good. Davis with an absolute dynamite run there, nearly give us some problems down the left-hand side, which I assume he will be doing all night. But let's see. Does Ibra have one last one in him? Does he have another masterclass in him, to put us further in this competition? We'll have to find out. However, we're not making any shots at the moment, so not good. We'll give him the courage. They have a free kick on the edge of the box, and I will be surprised if that does not fly in. That's so close. Kimmich over it. It does. I really don't like highlights like that. If you watch my Ibiza save last year, I really just think it's so cheap. Can you show me the foul at least? All it looks like is the AI has just placed the ball as close to the box as possible and it just flies in. It's a goal for Bayern. It's quite predictable. It's sad, but we're 1-0 down. Thankfully, no away goals, so the tie isn't dead completely, but we need to start making some chances on goal. We haven't had a shot yet. We have, just before the start of half-time, we had a shot. That's not very good so far. Nothing particularly going wrong, but we're not looking great. Shedderov just looks frustrated, but he's a cracking player. We'll leave it for now. We'll wait till like 70th or 60th and then try and make a change. But we still have that away leg. But I don't know. We need a bit more, don't we? Devon Wrench over the throw-in. Timber tries to square the ball. Gonzalez will pick it back up though, and he's got some room. Bassi, he's tackled by Florentino. Oh, they must have signed him from Benfica actually. Bayern. Gnabry's got lots of space. Pass it back to Goretzka. Musiala. Oh, he's going to finish. That's 2-0. Could be game over. 14th goal of the season for Musiala. Unbelievable. But that's probably us now cooked. Unless there's an absolute just something coming out. We'll change it to positive and we'll give them a demand more. Because if we're going to try and go for it, we need a shot on target for a start, don't we? Well, we have done, but it seems a little too late. Nico's having a crappy game. So Bergwijn can come on. We'll bring Grealish on as well for Timber. It might just be a bit too much for him. On his way back from injury, of course, remember. We'll do Fitzjim as well. We'll make a triple sub and try and freshen it up a bit. Shedderov is also knackered and playing badly. We can bring on Mikkelsen. Changes are flowing on there from both teams, so it might give us a chance. We'll flick it. Oh, there's an injury for Ibra. Okay, that's not good. See, not that. Okay, Ibra for Robbie. I hope it's not a bad one, because if it is a bad one, he's retiring and I will actually cry after just bigging him up for the first 20 minutes of this episode. Not good. We'll change to attacking. Fitzjim's over a corner though. Gravenberch heads away. Mazraoui, good tackle. Grealish. Fitzjim. He's got space. He's probably the only one who's looked a bit lively since coming on, but that's the only highlight we've more or less had. No, not great. The +5's completed. They've won 2-0 to Bayern. Is it an impossible task? I think so. Probably. It's only a 2-week injury for Ibra, so don't worry. But he's not going to play the second leg, is he? It's in a couple of days. Either way, we'll go to the Emmen game. We'll try and build some confidence, and then what can we do? Let's try. I'll go attacking. I'll change the formation up. We'll do our best. Want to be real with you. This is what we're building for. Maybe next season we'll have a squad which is more capable of challenging teams like Bayern Munich. And you're probably all saying, why did you sell Tadic? Shut up. Leave me alone. I had to. 17 million for a 34-year-old. But I think we brought in the good people. But they're a young squad. So it's going to take a while to gel, isn't it? It just will by natural. That's how it works. Either way, Emmen should be a clean win. And I will come back to you. Obviously, I'm risking my undefeated streak in this game, but I am playing a more or less fully rotated team. We're going to save all the players for Bayern and play a youth squad. I will go through them for you quickly as well. So we've got Pasveer, who obviously was starting the season as our number one, dipped down into number two as soon as Lunin had arrived. Timber is still coming back from full fitness, so needs a game. Olivier Ertzen, Kaplan, Lello, Ronigan Jorgensen, Idumbo Mazambo, Jensen, Francisco Conceição, Mikkelsen and Brian Brobby. And the bench is more or less made up of a complete youth team and Luca as well. So interesting, at least. It gives us a bit more, Like, I know we're miles clear in the league, but we can really afford to do this now. Changes to the Ajax pass map. But should be a bit interesting to see how these youth players play with this tactic. Obviously, they are, because I always set my youth teams to play with whatever I'm playing with, basically. So, yeah. Very boring so far, though, sadly. Arujo for Emin. I'll just move the ball out of the way. Flack. Arnaud Luzadio. Fernando. Good tackle from Ronigan. Jensen's got it now. Francisco on the ball. Plays all to Brian Brobby. Can he score? He does. Brian Brobby, the man who, first half hero, probably, if you think back, who did you most enjoy watching in the first couple of games before Ibra come along? Probably Brian Brobby. Probably most consistent player as well. I mean, he's on to his 11th goal now for the year, so by no means a terrible contribution for this season. Done fantastically well early on. Did lose his place a bit to Nico playing in that trequartista role, and then when Ibra come in and has performed like that, he has kind of fell to the bench a bit. But he's a young striker. He's going to develop even more, and obviously Ibra's not going to be here forever. I mean, I know I've just given him a 2-year deal, but I highly doubt he'll complete that 2-year, and I think Robbie will get a lot more chances. And I do want to keep him because I'm a massive fan of him in real life, actually. Jurien Timber looking okay at right back there. Olivier Edson. It's nice for the young players to play at the Amsterdam Arena. And obviously just get used to it, because I want to start bleeding a few of them in, especially like Idumbo Mazamba, particularly, and Edson, Liano de Lilla into the box, cleared away. Or Richaro Zivkovic, what a player he was. Do you remember him on like FM12 at Groningen? Not even FM12, probably a bit later than that, 13, 14 maybe at Groningen. Unreal wonder kid. Idumbo Mazamba, Mikkelsen. Just he's taken it first time. What a fantastic pass from Stanis Idumbo Mazambo though. Lovely through ball to Mikkelsen, and that's his first Ajax goal as well. Augustin Mikkelsen bought for not a lot of money in January, but nice to see him actually settling into the team now and coming in with his rare chance and proving, obviously, a bit of a player in there. And he's a young kid as well. I mean, like 22, not like youngest young. I mean, I'm 20, like, I'm not 22. I'm nearly 30 now, so I can't call him not a young kid. I'm not a young kid now, am I? I'm in my prime, my football manager prime, as in like age-wise, but not for long. And then I'll be selling myself when I get to 30. By the way, I'm too busy waffling on. We have conceded to Richaro Zivkovic now, so I'm all very well and good giving him a tribute act, but I don't want to see that. Come on. Actually, I forgot. We have got basically a whole bench of youth players here, so let's try and use them. We'll bring on Silvanio Vos. Matija Milovanovic, David Kaloka. Let's bring on Aljani Marfa, Fitz Jim, and Jaden Bannell. Why not? Let's bring, because there's some of the prospects which have been floating around that screen, which show 5-star, ready for a few more chances. So go on then, have some chances. We'll make our five subs at once, which is obviously asking for trouble. But again, at the end of the day, I think we're not going to lose this game from this point, he says, hopefully. And obviously we've got a massive game in midweek against Bayern. We're down 2. We've got to throw the kitchen sink here and use all of our guile and manipulation and see if we can just work something. Jaden Bannell. Boss. Over the top. Milanovic running forward. Squares it. Fitz Jim, and a fantastic finish. What an assist from Matija Milanovic, but Fitz Jim, absolute power there. There is a small section of the commenters who really like Jan Fitz Jim, and I tend to keep playing him because I think he's a cracking player. And every time I play him for an attacker, he usually scores, which is fascinating to me. But look at that for a finish. Walloped it under the side of the crossbar, bounces on the line, is well in. It's a good goal. And, I'll tell you what, they've not disappointed themselves at all, the youngsters. They've played completely well. This is young Ajax just getting a go, basically, and a few first-teamers in there. Boss, Robbie, over the top, Aljani Marfa. He's taking the first time. Sadly, he's just slightly wide. Ticking through to the end of the game now, though, but it's been a more interesting game than I thought, and I've enjoyed playing the youth players. Do you know what? I personally don't care too much about being unbeaten. That's really irrelevant to me. As long as I win that league, I'm happy. Cracking save from Pathfield, sorry, just in passing. But I mean, I'll throw the question to you. Would you rather me go unbeaten or try and play the first? Obviously, depending what happens on the Champions League, if I get knocked out, I'm going to play the first team mostly. But when I confirm the league victory, would you prefer me to try and go unbeaten, or lead in some of the youngsters and accept we might lose a game here and there? Well, but our youth development will go up. It will trend upwards because we're going to be giving people more chances. They're going to get more game time. So I don't know. It's one to think at. What would you prefer me to do? Play the youngsters or try for that unbeaten season? Because I don't. I mean, I'll get an achievement probably, but I don't care massively. I'm 14 points clear now in the league, I believe. So, yeah. Anyway, it's worth just throwing out there. Look, we know what's coming up next. We're 2-0 down from the first leg. It's probably mission impossible, but who knows? Stranger things have happened. So let's get there. 1 second. Right. Important time. It's what we've gone with. The team. Obviously, no Ibra, so Robbie's going to play, but thankfully, he got a goal midweek to give himself a bit of a confidence booster. We'll stick with the team right now. I'm going to try and adjust during the game and see what we can do. Look, as much as I'm a believer in my own abilities, this is probably the end of the road, but we have got nothing to lose. I'm just going to tell the boys, no pressure. Get out of there. Enjoy the game. See what happens. Just giving them encouragement literally as they start, and then start the game. Just see what happens. We score a goal. You never know. You never know. We get the first one. That's the important bit. Get the first one in. Shelderroot making a great run forward. We're into the box though. The lit tackles. Shelderroot pulls it back to Bassi. Squares it into the box. There's no one there. Davis heads away, but Nico will pull the ball up first. He gets there. Nico into the box. Squares. Is it a save or is he at the post? Who knows? Oh, it's a corner. It's a fantastic save from Neuer, who I assume is in goal. I'm not even looked. Shelderroot over a corner. Squared in. Robbie headed away. Grilic spins on it. Ball now. Over the top for Nico. Davis will head away. We've started okay, but again, Byner over a free kick right on the edge of the box. Squared in for Delit, and it's a goal again. Thanks for a free kick. Lovely AI. Love it. Sports Interactive. It's 3-0. It's game over. It's a very, very good start, but we'll throw it attacking. But honestly, I am so sick to death of just free kick highlights. Just show me the foul. Like, show me who made the mistake so I can be angry. I don't even know. Mane. Stanisic. Mane. It's 4. It's really it now. There is no point. As much as I sound depressed, there's no point. We've been whitewashed. I don't care about the goal, whatever. Do you know what? We're literally going to turn thingies off. Replay events. No opposition. I don't really care about opposition replays. All I do is skip them anyway. Laurentino, Neuer. They're 2-0 up. They're 4-0 down in the aggregate. It's going to be a nasty game now. Timber, Grilic, Lind. Find one goal back, and then we are not say we have a chance, but let's win the night. Don't worry about the rest. That's all I'd say to them at half time if this was like, if I was actually the manager, is all I would say. Just win the game. Focus on that first. Don't worry about the deficit. You're 4 goals down for a start, so you can't worry about that. Focus on what you can try and change actively today. You are losing this game. The same, obviously, that you did the last game. But you have to try. You've got to try. I thought it was going to be a penalty then. That's why I was like, oh. The lit headed away. Nabry. Tackle from Blind. A very good tackle as well. Kudus. Shelderroot. Into Robbie. Gonzalez. Is there not a penalty somewhere? Oh, it's a terrible miss though from Nico Gonzalez. Could be 2-1 on the night. Shelderroot over a corner now. Into the box. Head away from Upamecano. Lind. Davis. Alphonso Davis has got freedom of the Allianz Arena here. Squares it back. Florentino Luis. Lind. Headed away. Kudus. Florentino wins it back. Musiala. Curling effort. Surprise is not that. It's not ended up into the top right corner as it usually does with him. Well, we are getting absolutely battered. Timber is probably, that was a bad decision for me. I did drop him for Timber for Wrench, and he doesn't look like he's even going to be able to finish the first half. But he is the better player, so I tried to play him. Nico Gonzalez is saved again from Neuer. As much as to our discredit, where we are 4 goals down, Neuer's been great in the second leg. We probably could be 2-2 if, they had a lesser goalkeeper, but they don't. They have Thingy. And Grealish smashes it over the bar. Not good. I mean, we're winning XG, so that tells you Neuer is having a good game. Oh, I have a hair in my mouth. Where's that from? Honestly, don't own a dog. Like, you just get that all the time. You're like, oh, where's that come from? Delete. Stanisic. Kimmich. Mane. Kimmich over the top. Ball now. Can get it? No, he's hit the crossbar though. Stanisic heads away. Well, I am actually, I don't know what to do. No pressure. Let's make some changes though, because we're 62nd minute. We're not going to win at this rate, are we? Bergwijn. We'll bring on Fitzjim. The Fitzjim support club is, probably wanting me to be sacked at the moment because he didn't start this game. But he's on now. We'll make 4 changes. We might as well go very attacking. We have nothing to lose, do we? Let's go very attacking, see what we can do. Sheldon now. I don't. Why? Oh, honestly, lovely run from Sheldon there, the 18-year-old, and he runs up to the goal, more or less, just chips it slowly into Neuer's hands, which is really frustrating because we've had chances to score this game, but maybe just some of the youth coming out now because we're not performing to the best of our abilities here. Sheldon now. The Robbie tries to play it through but can't. Ball now, we'll have it now, and he'll pump it forward. Kimmich heads down. Sane dipping very deep to help his team out. Sane there. Evan Nilsson. Gnabry probably has the better of ball now. He's had the better of ball now all game, in my opinion. And ball now having a shocking game. Kimmich, good save. Evan Nilsson, cracking block, and another decent, good defending to stop that going in, but it was a scramble. We're into the last few moments of the game now. Let's bring on Jorel Harso for his Champions League debut. Robbie, Bergwijn, Fitzjim, over the top. Sheldon-Rooper's got a bit of space now. What can he do? Honestly, I am so sick of Manuel Neuer. I'm tired of him now. How many one-on-one saves has he made this game? 3? Honestly, we've only had 4 on target, but our XG is 1.83. We should have had a couple of goals in there. But do you know what? It is what it is. What can we do about that? We're out of the Champions League. Quarterfinals is not a terrible way to go out. And obviously, it's against Bayern Munich. So, it was a good run. Definitely. It ends there. We haven't got many more games left of the season. So what we'll do is next episode will be the completion of this first season. So I hope you join me. We're probably going to wrap the league up if we haven't already. I mean, mathematically, where are we? We're 14 points clear, and I think there's an available 15 points to play for. So the PSV game, you know what? Let's throw it in. Let's have a Champions special because there's no point me playing until 20 where we've won the league by assume PSV, we're not going to lose 5 games in a row. That's what I'm assuming. But let's play the PSV game. That's a big game, and it's a rivalry, and we haven't played them on camera yet, and it's away. So, you're lucky. The disappointment of Champions League, let it wash over your head. We're going to be playing PSV Eindhoven, and we're going to secure that title. Here we are, PSV game. Let's win this title. The team we've picked, Robbie, Sheldon, Gonzalez, Taylor, Kudus, Lind, Bassi, Bornau, Timber, Wrench, Lunin. The best team I can put together. Obviously, Ibra is still injured, so he won't be playing this game, but we can win the title today, and we can do it at our famous rivals' away stadium. As a Tottenham fan, I am very aware of your rival winning a title at your stadium. It's not very nice. However, must be pointed out, PSV Eindhoven are no mugs. They might not have had a very good year, but they are a good team. Philip Max over a corner for them. Headed away. Maro Jr. will recycle and get the ball in. Headed away again. And Veerman will keep it alive. The front three of Madueke, Gakpo and Maro Jr. is obviously quite scary, genuinely quite scary. And we will be hoping in the summer they decide to sell one of them. I would hope so anyway. Robbie on it now. Romalo heads down. Veerman. Obispo. Philip Max headed forward. Timber will take it. Timber's made a bit of a mess of it and give it away, but Lunin can recover because of Lynn's good work. Robbie flicks down. Sheldon. Wow, everything's a bit heavy from our team so far. We're giving the ball away too easily. Gakpo really should score and put PSV 1-0 up. He doesn't, thankfully for us. But plenty of the early traffic is going PSV's way. We're in a bit of a dip at the moment in terms of performances. I know we've played Bayern Munich and it's a massive departure from our typical opponents. By no means disrespecting the Eredivisie. Obviously, Bayern's one of the biggest teams in the world. But we haven't looked ourselves. We've not been scoring. We're usually free-flowing. Wrench has done well to not lose the ball there, even though it looked like he was going to. Blind. Timber. Lunin. It's lovely football. I can't slay it, but I want to see more going forward. Sheldaru spins on it, but he's tackled again. Gakpo, Mauro Jr., Cody Gakpo is going to score. It's really embarrassing from us. Lunin comes out to get the ball. He looks like it just comes together with his feet like a tackle. But Gakpo's too quick for him. He's just scored. It's 1-0. It's a really simple goal. And it's a terrible start from us. Well, I think we need a draw or a win to wrap this up today. And it'd be very embarrassing for me to play. Oh, and Ryan Robbie's injured. No, what is going on? Honestly, there's nothing. I mean, not saying nothing, but we're going to win the league. Like, we're not going to lose 5 games in a row, are we? We're not. But it's very annoying because all of our team are just picking up bad injuries and there's things that are happening. Just, yeah, come on. We can do this. Nico Gonzalez spins on the ball. Blind. Timber. Out to Kudus. Got loads of space to work with. Maduke's lost it, though. Kudus just runs into the goalkeeper. No shot applied. Just walked into Benitez. He won't get an easier thing to do than that. Let's give it to more. Looks like the half is coming to an end. 1-0 at the moment. Really poor play early on. Again, let us down. We started really badly in Bayern. We started badly in PSV. However, the game is very much young and we have a chance to do this. So give them an encourage. We'll make a quick change as well. I think Gonzalez for Bergwijn. Just mix that up top. Yeah, and bring on Philip Ronigan Jorgensen instead of Blind in that defensive midfielder role. Max over a free kick. Headed away from ball now, of course. Nico Gonzalez. Bergwijn. There's runners, left and right. Kudus, he's picked out. He will try and do something against Obispo. He tries to. He gets the ball in. Bergwijn on the edge. Wrench. Kudus. Hits it, but it's blocked. Ronigan. Taylor. Spins out to Bassi. Maduke is coming back and defending really well, bless him. Taylor. Well, now we're recycling possession, but we look a bit stifled creatively today. But maybe someone can pull out a bit of greatness out of somewhere and get us this title. Kudus. Lovely ball in. And it is a lovely ball. Is it onside? Sheldarup has tucked it away. I think that's onside. I think that's a goal. I think that's a really big goal in our title push as well. Give it to me. It's disallowed. Oh, come on. That has to be on. How close was this? Oh, you're joking me. I mean, it's fractional. It's like that. Absolutely fractional. Right. We're into the 70th now. Let's make some changes. Ball now is absolutely knackered. We'll bring on Edson for him. Grilic for... Oh, I don't know, actually. Do maybe that. Taylor. Yep. Okay, bring on Grilic for Taylor. And we'll leave it like that for now. We don't really have a striker to bring off the bench, sadly. And we'll move it to attacking. Flicked up to attacking as well. We're going to go for this. Demand more. Just going to tick by, it looks like, sadly. Maybe we'll go very attacking for the last 5 minutes. Hasn't changed a thing. And the highlights just run away with us and we lose. Never mind. What an absolutely shambolic episode. We're out of the Champions League and we could not wrap up the league, sadly. However, it's our first loss in the league as well, which is really depressing, getting to 30 games. Well, don't worry too much about the question I asked earlier in the episode. We'll play a few kids now. The undefeated thing is gone. Who cares? Anyway, I'll probably wrap up the league in between episodes because I only need to win one. If I lose 2, last episode is going to be really nervy. Either way, join me for a bit of a celebration of our first season completed on the beta and forward planning for the future. What is the aim? Obviously, go further in the Champions League. Very simple with AJAX. That's what I want to do and try and improve this good young team. I'll join you back for the Utrecht and Twente games. Sorry, I just smacked my mic. I wasn't out of anger. I just accent. I'll join you back for the Utrecht and 20 game. And yeah, let's enjoy this. We're going to wrap up the league. We'll beat Alkmaar. We'll have the title to show you for the next episode. And Ibra will play a couple of games. But we need to think about the squad. What are we going to improve? What am I going to look for? Obviously, let's find out. Join me for the next one. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Frank. This is To Be Frank, and this was AJAX Assembled. I'll see you for another one.